Are you cheating God? I know you're not cheating on God and worshiping Buddha and worshiping some other idol, but are you cheating God? If you are in a marriage and you are lusting after another woman and you're flirting with another woman, maybe some people call that cheating, even though you're not actually having sexual intercourse. Some people do consider that cheating. Some people consider if you just think lustful thoughts to another woman, then you're cheating. In the Bible it says adultery starts in the mind. You may not be cheating on him, but are you cheating him? And what this really means is, are you lukewarm or are you fully committed to God? When you're in a marriage and let's say you're not fully committed to that marriage and you might be on a dating app secretly, or you might be secretly going out with your boys on lunch breaks or on the weekends, trying to, keeping your eyes open for another partner. Maybe your lunch breaks during the week, you specifically go with them to try and look for a partner. If you are not fully committed to your marriage and you are trying to find a plan B, trying to find a way out, do you really think you're going to reap the full benefits of that relationship? Do you really think you're going to have true intimacy and true connection, true love, and be extremely deep and involved in this other person's life? Probably not. You're probably not as connected as you could be. So if you are doing the same with God, for example, if you know something is wrong that you're doing, but you still do it, do you really think you're going to reap the full blessings and have a true relationship with God, with Christ? If you're convicted and you feel it in your spirit that it's not good for you to go out on Saturdays, or it's not good for you to do whatever activity it is you're doing, whether it's smoking or drinking or, whatever it is, it could be anything. If you feel deep down that that's not right, but you continue to do it, do you really think that you're going to reap the full benefits? Do you really think you're going to be blessed? Do you think you're going to be truly filled with the Holy Spirit, peace, love, joy, have the fruits of the Holy Spirit, and have a true intimate connection with God? Do you really think your faith is going to be unwavering in an earthquake? Do you really think in an earthquake you'll still step? Do you really think that, how do you expect to have such ultimate faith and confidence in God and His plan for your life when everything goes to crap? When your life is in shambles, when things are falling apart, when you lose your job, when you lose a relationship, whatever happens, whatever tragic things, you got to move, and you are doing these things that you know are not right. How do you really think you're going to have a relationship and a connection and really trust and rely on God and His strength and have faith in Him? And your hope is going to be compromised. So just as in a marriage, if you're seeking another partner secretly, you're not going to reap the full benefits of that marriage. It's the same with God. If you are not seeking Him fully and the things you're convicted of, if you're not putting them away, then you're not going to reap the full benefit. For example, guys, I love to meet people. I'm extrovert, and I had to give up going out on Fridays and Saturdays. It's been a long time since I've gone out, and every time I have a slight temptation, it might be a Saturday, I might get my hair cut. It might be like for example, a couple weekends ago, it was Memorial Day weekend. I got my hair cut, was feeling great, and even Jesus was tempted, but He didn't fall into sin. The devil tempted Him after He fasted for 40 days, and he tempted Him with food. He said, make this into bread. And you will be tempted of your biggest weakness. The enemy knows. He forms weapons. No weapon formed against you shall prosper. He's creative. He forms a weapon specifically designed for your weakness to take you out, but it will not prosper. I still have the temptation to go out sometimes on the weekends, but even when I consider in the slightest, I always feel convicted. And I know it's not right. I know I can't do it. And I obey and I listen. And in return, I reap the fruits of the Holy Spirit. I wake up the next day. I'm filled with love, joy, peace. I'm living a life I don't want to escape, that I truly love, and that I'm relying on God in every second of my life. And it's so amazing when you put away all the things that you want to do, all your pleasures, and you live for God. You crucify your flesh. So the whole point of this video is, guys, you can't have a true intimate relationship with God. You can't have true faith. You can, but you won't be as close to Him as you could. You won't reap the full blessings. You won't. You know what I'm trying to say. You won't get to that place He wants you to go if you don't sacrifice. We have to be willing. He's a gracious God. What a kind God. He gives us free will. We can choose what we want. So you can stay in the place you want and go, seek your pleasures, or you can crucify your flesh and He will take you to that place. But if you don't sacrifice, if you don't crucify your flesh, you will not go to that place. If you're cheating on God, you simply won't get there. So don't cheat on God. Every time you feel that conviction, whatever it is, whatever activity it is, whatever sin or whatever it might be, if you feel that conviction, don't do it. The Holy Spirit will guide you. Stay obedient to God. It will be the best thing you've ever done. It certainly is the best thing I've done. You give your life to Yah. You give your life to Christ. Your stock is only going up. Phew. You're going to take off. Have a blessed day.